All right, first graders. So now we're moving on to our new concept. Our new concept deals with some more glued sounds that we're learning about. But first, it says pinch your nose. So what we're going to do with this activity before we get started is we're going to try it out because it's important to know. So say the letter M sound. Wonderful. Now say the letter N sound. Wonderful. Now you're using your pincher fingers. Okay, there's a nose there. Point to your nose. Okay, we're going to use our two pincher fingers, our thumb and our index finger. You're going to pinch your nose just slightly, not too hard, and you're going to say the letter M sound. Here we go. Ready? Ooh, sound kind of weird because the air that's blowing through my nose, it stopped when I was saying that letter sound. Now, try the letter N. Ready? Oof, I couldn't even do that one. Okay. So, obviously, we couldn't really make N or M sounds, right? When we had to pinch our nose. Well, we were trying to say those and we couldn't really say it right. You probably got to like the first couple seconds and it stopped, right? All right, well, that's because our letters M and N are nasal sounds. The air travels through our nose to make the M and N sounds. Now, we can't completely say the letter sounds if our nose is blocked. We're going to be working with these nasal sounds, N and M, sounds for our new concept. Now, our new concept will be focused on two glued sounds, and they both have the nasal sounds. So here we go, we're looking to it. First one is AM, AM. Now, here's our letter keyword sound card. For this one, we see AM, letters AM. We see a picture of ham, and then our sound is am, all right? Now, with this one, we're going to use this to review daily, and I also have the title here. Now we're going to practice saying just the letter name and letter sound only. Ready? A-M, am. Wonderful. Now, with these two, the letters A and M that make the am sound, M sometimes it changes that vowel sound. So here we have our vowel A, right? Well, when we say M, when we hear right? You hear our short A sound is usually ah, right? So this would be am, right? But how we say this is am. It's like a nasally A sound. Now try saying it with your nose. Ready? Pinch your fingers. Ready? And kind of sounds weird, right? But that's because it slightly changes just a little bit that sound. All right. So that's why it's called a glued sound. When they're put together, then together they both make that nasal sound. Changes it just a little bit, not too much. Now we're also going to move on to our next one, which is an. All right. So here we have an. So here we have our letter keyword sound card. An, fan, and. Now with this one, we have our tile card here as well. An, and. Now, this is a glued sound as well. As you can see on our card, we hear and see the letter N, that nasal sound. And just like our am, it's going to change just a little bit, that short A vowel. Okay, so here we go. We're going to give it a try. Ready? Am. Now try pinch your fingers. Ready? And. Ew. Sounds kind of weird, right? Well, it slightly changes just a little bit, not a lot, that short A sound. And I did want to mention that since N is a nasal sound as well, it sometimes changes that A vowel sound, okay? Now that we've gone over the two glued sounds, am and an, let's look at the markings, all right? So here's our letter keyword sound before we move on. So here we have, echo me, ready? A-N, fan, an. Your turn. Wonderful. Then we have A-M, ham, am. Your turn. Wonderful. Then we'll continue to review these daily. All right, markings. we do have to mark these because they are glued sounds. And according to our chart here, we have am, that's in the word ham, and it is boxed, just like our all sound. All right, now we also have our an in fan, and the word fan, and we also box that as well. So we don't see no bonus letters, no bonus star needed, just putting a box around the am or an. Boom, that's the rest of our markings, okay? All right, now this is the fun part. This is where you will need your student notebook and your crayons. So you can pause this if needed, but you are going to page 11 in your student notebook, and you are going to color in the keyword picture of ham. Go ahead and do that. You are also going to go to page 11 on the same page, and you're going to color in the keyword picture for fan. Okay, now we're going to go into some of our spelling. All right, so with our new concept, learning about those two new glued sounds, all right, on our tile board here, this is how we would set up our board using the glued sounds, am and an. All right, that's where they're located on your tile board setup. Now let's go start with some words. So the first word we're going to spell is pan. What's the word? Pan. All right, here we go. Tap it out. And pan. All right, here we go. Ooh, I see two spellings. So we have a group of words P-A-N, and then we have P-A-N, but this is a green tile square. Now let's go look at the difference. Let's go say this one first. Pan. Doesn't sound quite right? Because the word is pan. How about this one? And pan. We used our correct tile square because A-N together make that glued sound and sound. So not and, pan, right? We're saying pan. Next word is can. Now, with our word can, we have two separate spellings again. Can. Which one is spelled right? Let's go sound out this first one. Can. Ooh, that doesn't sound like the word can, right? Now this one's different. It has our glued sound and. And. Can. Oh yes, it's that second one because we used our correct tile square and to make the word can. Wonderful. Now we're going to move on to our next word. Our next word is jam. Yep, jam. So here we go. We have jam. Remember, our glued sound, it makes that A sound a little bit different than the short A sound, okay? How about this one? Jam. Ooh, that sounds better. So now we know it's not that first one. It's our J-A-M with the green glued tile square. Now, last word. Our last word for today is bam. Ooh, like you're saying bam, right? So if we were to say bam, b-am, bam. Ooh, we have two spellings again. Let's go sound this first one. B-a-m, bam. Ooh, that sounds kind of wonky, right? Okay, how is this next one? B-am, bam. Ooh, that sounds better. So we know that it's not the first one, it's our second one because we used our green tile square. Wonderful. Now, our new concept, we learned about two glued sounds, which was A-M, ham, am, and A-N, fan, an. Now, when we put these letters together, we hear the am or an, right? A-M, A-N. Now, we did spell some words using the nasal sounds. Not the nasal sounds. Okay, we just learned about our two glued sounds, am and an. We learned about the letters M and N are nasal sounds, right? Nasal. And we put them together with the letter and we hear the am and an. We spell two words with the nasal sound and two words with the nasal sound n. And we also learned that the markings of the two glued sounds, right? We put a box around am or an when we see it. All right, wonderful job. Now we are moving on to our dictation. Our dictation dry erase, take out your whiteboard and your marker and have an eraser ready. You can always pause the video if needed. I will say 3-letter sounds, and you know what? Hold on.